Run Junkies, welcome to the 2020 Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend Digital Event Guide Breakdown. That is such a mouthful to say. This is Rundisney's flagship event every year, and while many things do stay the same from year to year, there are slight changes every once in a while, and those are revealed in the event guide. The event logistics and operations do change slightly from year to year. So that is what we are going to talk about in this video today. First off, this will be my fourth Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend event and my fourth video covering the event guide. If you have questions that are not answered in this video, I will leave links in the description below to past event guide videos and the Run Disney virtual event guide as well. If you have any questions, please check those out. And if they're not answered in this video, you can also leave me questions in the comment section down below. A lot of changes this year, especially to the courses themselves. And if you haven't already seen it, please check out this video right here. This is a rundown of all four of the morning races, the 5K, 10K, half marathon, and full marathon. Please check that out as well. It should answer a lot of your questions about the courses. But now, let's get into the guide.
Starting on the homepage at rundisney.com. You're going to go into events here, click on Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend, and you are on the homepage for that event. Right here under latest updates, you have the digital event guide. Here is your splash page for the virtual guide. This is your as you scroll down here, this is your at a glance schedule for all events over the weekend. The Health and Fitness Expo, the 5K, the 10K, the kids races, the half, the full, and Cheer Squad. Couple of items of note that are different from past years. One, the Run Disney Kids races are only on Saturday the 11th. They include the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, the diaper dash, and the 1-mile run. Cheer Squad is available on Saturday and Sunday for the half and full marathons. Let's go to the events tab. All of your races and challenges are listed here. Now, I went into detail on all the morning races in the course map video, but here's the general basic information. 5K, 10K, and half marathons all start at 5:30 a.m. at Epcot. The full marathon starts on Sunday morning at 5 a.m. 0500. That is a change from past years.
All runners must pick up their bibs from the expo the day before their first race. For example, the 5K and the Dopey Challengers must pick up their bibs on Wednesday, January 8th. You need your photo ID and a signed printed waiver in order to pick up your bib. You must pick up your own bib. You cannot pick up anyone else's. And Goofy and Dopey Challengers will have pictures taken with their bib. They check this photo against you and your bib when you cross the finish line in order to receive those challenge medals. Okay, let's talk about start times. For the 5K and the 10K, runners are encouraged to be on site, ready to go by 4:30 a.m. For the half marathon, you are encouraged to be there by 4 o'clock a.m. And for the full marathon, race officials suggest that you are on site by 3:30 a.m. Who needs sleep? Pacing requirements for all four races is a minimum 16-minute per mile pace, but I want to explain something very carefully about this. The balloon ladies, the sweepers, they are the last people to start the race, and they maintain that 16-minute per mile pace throughout. For the marathon, for example, they have 7 hours to complete the marathon from the time they start. Regardless of where you start in the corrals, the clock doesn't really start ticking until they cross the start line. Historically, that is somewhere around 45 minutes after the first wave goes off. The 5K is not timed, but the rest of the races are. However, on the Dopey Challenge bibs, there are timing chips, and that will actually ensure that you cross the start and finish lines of the 5K. That's how you receive that Dopey medal. Another quick tip, if you use a watch like a Garmin or some other GPS device to track your progress, and it has an auto pause feature, meaning that when you stop moving, it will pause the watch, I would suggest turning that feature off. just allow your watch to run even when you're stopped. This gives you a more accurate picture of how much time you actually have on course and whether or not you can afford a photo stop. I would also suggest tracking the balloon ladies. As of this recording, their names were not yet available, but when they are, I will let you know. I will update the description box and I will leave it on my Facebook feed.
I'm not going to cover Cheer Squad in this video. I am going to do a video on spectator tips coming very, very soon, but let's head over to Runners Square. This is a new offering for the 2020 event and it replaces the VIP Race Retreat package. You will need a wristband to pick up at the expo in order to get into this area. Now you can purchase Runners Square for the half marathon, which is on the 11th, the full marathon, which is on the 12th, or both. This is an extra charge, and as of this recording, all three options were still available. For a one race registration for either one of these, it's $85, and for both, it's $160. But here is what you get. I'm going to zoom in here because this looks pretty fun. You're going to have a semi-exclusive area for stretching, probably some relaxation, might be a little quieter in there. You're going to have a pre-race continental breakfast and a special food options after. Odwalla smoothies, Rice Krispie treats, all of this stuff, chocolate milk. I'm actually really looking forward to that. You get your own gear check station and your own porta potties. Also fun for that kind of exclusivity. But I think the nicest feature that I'm thinking about the most is the exclusive starting line walkout. Separate walkout paths to the start line corrals. As I mentioned in the Corral Maps video, I'm speculating on what that looks like, but I definitely think you will be cutting off the massive long walk to the corrals that we've done in the past. Runners will still be placed in the corrals as per the standards set by the organizers, but we're guessing that Runners Square participants do have a shorter walk to the start line.
As I said, Runners Square is a new feature this year. No one has experienced it as of yet. However, I will be participating in Runners Square for the marathon. So if it is something that they are going to bring back in future events, then I can report back and let you guys know what I think. Okay. Let's move on to the expo. Quick tip, it is at its busiest on Wednesday. So here's a look at the layout of the expo plus my suggestions for how to tackle it.
The Walt Disney World Health and Fitness Expo covers 3 large buildings, and it always helps to have a plan of attack going into this expo. Building A, this is the arena. It's where you're going to find all of your Run Disney official merchandise, pre-purchased commemorative items if you ordered it online ahead of time, Cheer Squad, and Runners Square pickup. In my experience, if there is something you want to purchase, go to the official Run Disney merchandise store as soon as you arrive at the expo. Many items sell out quickly, like pins and magnets. Make this your first stop before you move on to anything else like bib and t-shirt pickup. My next suggested stop is the HP Field House. This is Building C, where all bib pickup is located. You're required to have your photo ID and a printed waiver in order to pick up your bib. Waivers will be available online soon, and you want to print those out, bring them with you. If you forget, they will have printers available here at the HP Field House, but that's just one more thing to do when you get there. Also in this building, t-shirt pickup for the Dopey Challengers, Kids Racers, and Castaway Key Runners. Everyone else must go to the Visa Athletic Center to pick up their t-shirts. And this is the final visit I would recommend. It's the Visa Athletic Center, Building B. Race t-shirts for 5K, 10K, half, and full. And the Goofy Challengers, all of those t-shirts can be found in this building, along with the official sponsors and exhibitors. You want to check out the virtual goodie bag for possible discounts available during the expo. This is actually a really good place to check out some of the stuff that's going on at the expo. It's a really great place to go. Highly recommend you get in there.
Last thing about the expo, you guys, go in with a plan. My suggestion would be go to the official merchandise store first for Run Disney in the arena building, then go pick up your bibs and then your t-shirts. Everything else is kind of extra. The merchandise goes first. and no one else can claim your bib, so you can hold off on that. It gets really, really crazy. You guys, there are more than 60,000 runners participating in these events, and it just gets so nuts. You want to know what you're doing and where you're going when you get in there. However, I will say that the cast members that are on site are extremely helpful and very friendly. So if you're not really sure where to go, ask a cast member.
Let's talk transportation. Run Disney provides bus transportation between all host resorts and all race venues. Now, the resorts include Walt Disney World Resorts, the Swan and Dolphin, and Shades of Green. Race venues include the Expo and Kids races at ESPN Wide World of Sports, and the Epcot start and finish lines. Transportation is also provided between the Health and Fitness Expo and Disney Springs. Times and dates for all transportation is located right here, but for more specific information about your races and your resorts, look for a sign like this in your resort hotel lobby. It will tell you the bus number you will need to get between your hotel and the races, as well as the times those buses are running. Take a picture of this and have it handy. If you are staying at any of the Magic Kingdom resorts, you must use the monorail for Walt Disney World Half Marathon and the Full Marathon on Saturday and Sunday respectively. There will be no monorail transportation for the 5K or the 10K. Double check the signage at your resort. Now let's go to the reminders. Here is where all of your FAQs ended up. So if you have any other questions about race weekend, this is a great place to go. Waivers, this is where you will find that when that link goes live. You will see it here. It will take you to a separate website where you plug in your name and your birth date, and it will give you your waiver and your bib number. Print that out, bring it with you. These are usually available 2 to 3 weeks before the event, so it could be any day now. Everything else in the reminders tab is pretty self-explanatory. Not much has changed from previous events.
Before I close out today, there's one more tip that I absolutely hope you take on, and that is to thank the volunteers, the staff, the cast members, the first responders, and the medical professionals who are all out there giving of their time just so we can have this magical Run Disney weekend. Guys, just all I can say is thank the volunteers. Be kind, be generous, be nice. This is supposed to be magical for everyone. So that is about all I need to cover for the 2020 Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend Digital Event Guide. Like I said, I've covered many of these events in terms of the event guide, so check out the links in the description for past event guides if you don't have the answers here. Also, your best bet is to go into the digital event guide itself for yourself. Just go in, click every link, read every word, get as much information as you can before heading down to Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. If this is your first Run Disney event, you will be glad you took the time to click on all those links and explore and figure out what exactly is expected of you as a runner and what you can expect from Marathon Weekend. And if this is not your first event, then you will notice some major changes from past years. Either way, it's time well spent. If you have further questions not answered in this video or in the guide, please leave questions in the comment section down below. I will do my best to answer them as we go forward. Lastly, don't forget about the meetup on Friday, January 10th at 3 p.m. on the boardwalk near Ample Hills Creamery. We hope to see you there. We always look forward to having these events. Guys, that's going to be it for me today. There is more to come about Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend, so please hit that thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing a spectators tips video here coming in the next day or two, so please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. That's gonna be it for me today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Until I see you on the next one or see you in January, go find your awesome and happy running.